you spend a third of your life on. Casper offers free delivery and painless returns with a 100-day period, so you don't have to lie down in a showroom because that's gross. Get a Casper mattress for $500 for a twin or $950 for a king-size mattress. Comparing this to industry averages, it's an outstanding price point. You can save an additional $50 as one of our listeners by going to casper.com/roosterteeth, entering promo code roosterteeth. That's casper.com/roosterteeth, promo code roosterteeth. They really want to make sure it's Rooster Teeth.
Rooster Teeth.
Terms and conditions apply. You go buy a mattress or something. Thanks, Casper, for supporting the podcast.
Can you beer me?
You want a Shiner?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for the bundle.
Babs.
I could help, but this is more fun to watch.
I gotcha. Good call. All right, so I'm now on Twitter. So hashtag RT Podcast.
Thank you guys for the lovely steaks, by
I'm
the
really
way.
impressed that they pulled that together. It was awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much to the crew for
like
putting
an
that
official
together.
thing.
Yeah.
And also for
Lousy
delaying
podcast material,
last
but-
week so you could get 2 steaks. Good move.
No one knew you were cooking.
2 weeks in a row, you guys got steaks.
Well,
And
the
you guys
first-
went out and bought hamburgers today. What's the story with that? Why would you do that?
Well,
Double meat. Good answer from the
Without
control room.
hesitation, double meat.
We
had to
cooked 4
whet their
steaks. It's
appetite.
like, how many people are around here? It's a fucking million people.
We still have so much steak left. Why
you
aren't
want
more
a
people
steak?
getting it?
You want steak?
Come
some
get steak.
Yeah.
Yes.
So people who can't taste the steaks are saying that they like the look of both steaks, although people are intrigued by your steak.
I'm interested,
I-
based on just visuals, what the audience's favorite steak was.
That's a good point.
Just based on
Tweet us
business?
RT, hashtag RT podcast.
Who is your true winner?
I got the inspiration for that marinade from, what's the guy's name? Steve Reichland?
Perry?
Yes.
the
Yeah. Steve Reichland?
Something like that, right?
He's the barbecue university guy.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
He, I love watching, he has a show on PBS called Barbecue
He
University.
goes on Stern, I think, all the time, too.
Yeah, and that's where I figured you would know him from. He's on Stern.
That is a loud beep.
All my friends were constantly, spoiler alert for the last episode of The Amazing Race, all my friends, I can tell when the show, because they immediately message me and are like, that fucking cab driver.
I
I thought they would immediately send you a picture of you in those fucking booty
That's the
shorts.
second thing. First, it's the cab driver, because then they do that when they see it, and then there's the credits. Which in The Amazing Race, one of the things I love about
It's
it
like
is
the
like
next time on.
you're eliminated, and it's the end of the show. It's like they do a hard cut at the end of that show, and they have done that since season 1.
they should just cut to the hotel room where they're just sobbing.
Yeah, dude,
That's
a
good
lot
TV.
of crying.
In those
Lot of
little
crying.
in that screenshot I saw, you look like, you know, at the beach you get the thing where you poke your head through and there's like the fake body drawn on, like that.
What,
Is
you
that a
think I look like that?
compliment?
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
The nicest compliment I saw about that was somebody asked me, they said, is this Photoshopped? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like,
This live picture.
I like to watch it in twos. Like I haven't watched this.
Mario, get in here. We need to throw it from there?
Merle, frisbee that plated.
Merle.
Everyone's used to not wanting to get in front of the cameras during the stream, so I think it's like they're fighting instinct.
I feel you.
Trying to come out here.
They're being professionals.
But yeah, so people are disappointed about that cab ride. I should map it and show you how far off it was. It was basically, if this is a map of Tbilisi, Georgia, you kind of have to go to my camera for this. There you go. If this is a map of Tbilisi, Georgia, the ballet place was right here. The park we were supposed to go was right here, and the park he took us to was way over
my
here.
God.
So we went all the way across town.
How long was that drive back?
It was I'd say a good 15 minutes there and a good it was 20 minutes because then traffic all of a sudden kicked in. 20 minutes coming back. So we actually got us like a 40-minute lead coming out of that place, and it was just
I think they even say that like at the mat at the very end. They're like, how are they just getting here? They left 40 minutes ago.
But Zach and Rachel, they're like they've been a pretty quiet team in the scene, but I mean, they're as smart as can be. I mean, it's just like frightening.
They had a crazy moment where they screwed up the bus thing. Just didn't give up. They were just like, well, let's go back and finish up.
Yep.
And they did it.
You got to power through like that.
I was impressed with the people who tried to do the candy challenge and then just switched halfway through to
Yep.
go do the other challenge.
Sometimes you got to do that. It's like this is not happening
Like-
for us. We got to go.
I don't know if I'd ever be willing to leave.
What do you think of bailing on that tent up in the snow?
Yes, but the problem with the snow episode, the mountain episode, was the reason why we chose the tent challenge is I knew what a ferrata was, which is that they climb along this like steel railing to go out to the summit, and I knew it was a single file line. You're not going to pass anybody. You can't like get up to somebody and like reach over them with your safety rope
Yeah.
and then go on the outside of them on the mountain. So I knew there was no way to change positions, which is why we went to the tent to begin with.
That's some
But then
advanced
later, when
thinking.
we thought about switching, they were like, we're just locking ourselves into a later position for sure. Like, we will be in last place if we switch, because at this point, everyone's here and they're all lined up there, obviously. So they had done those Ferrata challenges on Amazing Races before. They were a little bit different. That one was amazing. If I have any regrets, it's the fact that we didn't get to do that. So because it was like
Like the view was awesome.
we got the great view from the campsite that we're at, where it's amazing. What they didn't show, and I think I talked about this after that episode, and I promise I will stop talking about the Amazing Race in about 2 minutes here.
Do you feel like pressure to not talk about it?
There is a certain component of the audience that is just like, stop talking about
Well,
that.
it's because they don't watch it.
You did it. It was a part of your life. You did it. You can talk about it.
Well, it's also people who, and this is, I was explaining this to the rest of the cast. I'll explain this in a second. They'll bookend this whole conversation, The Amazing Race. But we were doing the campsite. What they didn't show was we were at 17,000 feet, and we had to set up the tent, which wasn't the actual challenge. The actual challenge was to dig a big hole in ice and snow. That was the challenge.
And blow up air mattresses.
And we had to blow up 2 air mattresses. That's the thing they didn't show on TV, was blowing up 2 air mattresses. And that was like every bit of oxygen was
Yeah,
just
you're already winded when you're at that kind of altitude.
terrible.
It'd be funny if you brought like a mattress pump with you in your backpack. You're just like, haha.
Yeah, we had some stuff like that where we surprised people. Like I think we pulled out our counter at one point. We couldn't do anything digital, so I had like one of those click tally counters,
Yeah.
like you see when someone's like at the entrance to a stadium clicking
Yeah.
away.
We have those at RTX for our Guardians to count lines
line
for
management.
panels.
But I was trying to explain to the cast members, because I see them occasionally, like we get together and stuff, sometimes for watch parties. And I was in LA this week, and I was able to talk with most of them, and we Skype as well. And I had to explain how Ashley and I will live tweet along with the show, but then at the end of the show, we don't congratulate the winners, and we don't wish the people that were eliminated well and tell them how awesome it was to race with them, which everybody was awesome.
For
on the
spoilers?
stage. Yes, I said, because our audience is like, if they hear a spoiler, they get so fucking livid. It's just like, it's like if I said, like last night I said, or this week I said, congrats to Zach and Rachel for getting first place, because I felt like that was appropriate for us to do it, because it was like we were racing towards that mat. And man, people were just like, I'm unfollowing you. I can't, it's not available in my country yet, so I'm going to unfollow you because you're spoiling it for me. And it's like, what do you want me to do? It's like, I mean, how long do spoilers last at this point? It's like, isn't spoilers finding out before something is available and not like,
Publicly available.
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's like, I don't know, if you talk about like the moment it's instantly available, it might not be. Not everyone has had a chance to watch it.
Can
Or
I tell you
even
something?
East Coast
The
versus
rest-
West Coast.
The rest of the cast, no understanding of that at all. Like, they'll be in the West Coast, they will tweet the East Coast feed, they'll say everything, they don't care. And it's like, they're like, I don't understand. I had to explain to them what a spoiler was. It's so unique to like our culture,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the gamer geek, culture, the Comic-Con culture, whatever you want to call it. It's just like, it's a really specific thing. And I've been so immersed in it for so long, I'm used to it. But it's like, they were just fascinated by that.
It's totally different audiences, though. Like, all the people on that show probably have entirely different audiences who are sensitive to different things. So they honestly might not, their audience may not care.
You should just show them that Vine we made way back in the day. Of, hey guys, check it out! I got a new spoiler for the back of my car, and it's
I found a goddamn
Snake killed
Barb shirt in my office today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
it's a good shirt,
It's a good shirt.
good saying.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one.
I
Is that
feel
how it does
unarmed
it?
over here. Everyone
Yeah.
good steak?
Fires it up.
I think everyone's good. Yeah.
So, Gus-
Everyone's nodding. Everyone's happy.
Well fought. I'm going to
I
savor
think
this victory.
It went really well.
You
We
both
do this-
had delicious
We do this
steaks.
again next year?
Yeah.
Is that an annual thing?
Sure. Well,
Hell.
not yet. Next year
It will
will
be.
be.
This is the inaugural steak.
That's what I said.
We should change up those categories, though, because that was... I would have gone for a simplicity category.
We should just do flavor, juiciness, and presentation next year.
Congeniality was kind of a.
We got.
Gus and I have talked about this over the years when you have a poll. People are like, what's your favorite show? Or like, I don't know. Do you enjoy Rushi's content? Yes, no, or I don't know. I never watch anything anyway. It's like I always hate polls that have a joke answer in them
Because everyone goes for
because
it.
everyone just clicks the joke answer,
Yeah.
or enough people click it to where it's like
It
your
invalidates.
margin of error
Yeah.
is now like you have no idea what the fucking answer is.
So-
and people always want to put those dopey
Yes,
joke
no.
answers.
Move.
For next year's, for second steak off, we should have different contestants, right?
Give me a piece of Gus steak. Look how red that's getting.
Gavin, you and I should cook the steak
You
next
two,
year.
you two are going to cook steaks next year.
I'm up for it. Let me learn. Let me take this
Damn,
year and
that
learn how
was
to cook a
crazy.
steak.
Put that there and I'll give it a little smush.
The juiciness.
Can we have a? Ooh, that looks really good, actually.
Yeah, don't think it gets redder over time?
Yeah.
That's why I let it rest.
See, I like juicy steak, but I don't like it when it's like almost water.
That's like prime rib, almost.
Oh man, I love some
It's
prime
so
rib.
good.
Love prime rib. Yeah, I've been. I think I had Gavin over at my old house once, and you had those steaks once before.
You used to cook steak at the office all the time, Bernie.
I don't do that anymore.
I know.
I think that's why we have that grill. That's the office grill that's normally out back. Did we have that grill over at the old studio when we were down south?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a picture of you from I think the 4th of July.
He came with us.
Cooking steaks for everybody at the office.
Mm-hmm.
And back then it was like
on Thanksgiving too.
That'd be a full-time job.
the
at this
jalapeno
point.
turkeys. Mm-hmm. And that was like 40 people back then.
I just stopped doing that
At
after I
most?
was
Too many people.
after I was no longer CEO. Nah.
Did you hear
There's a
the-
shift in attitude.
Did you hear the employee count this morning? Oh no, you weren't here this morning.
200. Not surprised.
200 people.
I am. It's a lot of fucking people.
Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised because of the amount of people I see around here.
And then I think we were trying to figure out how many people made the move from the old studio to this studio. And it
Yeah.
was 60?
Well, I mean, that was what was quite funny
About
watching
60.
where I burped in the bag last week. And just like how few people are walking around.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people walking around, and there's still hardly any in that footage.
They also changed some people over to full time who were contract, and I think the amount of people they changed to full time were the amount of employees when I started at Rooster Teeth.
Mark just wanted to remind me that he cooked an iguana on the grill that you used tonight.
Oh yeah,
Why?
that was
What
for
there in
social
iguana?
disorder.
It was for social disorder where
Oh.
they ate the iguana.
Well, it's got heat. Heat sterilizes it.
Plus, iguana's edible. I mean, it's
Yeah.
You know,
They what an iguana? They cooked an iguana.
they cooked
Yeah.
and ate an iguana.
And just burn it off.
Yeah, I eat iguana on a stick and fall out all the time.
I saw I saw an animated GIF of a
Get
Yeah.
out.
iguana underwater eating stuff off the bottom of a
What?
it was underwater eating stuff. It looked like a Japanese horror movie.
Are
It was
they
awesome.
amphibians?
What's that? I didn't know that iguanas could go underwater, but it was really cool. It's like when you see that. You ever seen the photos of the tiger underwater going
yeah,
after
those
the
are
piece of
cool.
meat?
Yeah.
That's fucking scary. If you get in the water, the tiger should go, all right, you're cool. Like, we're not going to come in there after you. But nope. Apparently, a tiger can just go straight into water.
So do you think your assumption of you could beat any animal with your bare hands holds up underwater?
No, like she said, I wouldn't fight any animal that lives in the water.
But this doesn't live in the water.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you-
I would like, if a tiger was chasing me and I had the option of going in the water or staying on land, I
Yeah.
would go in the water.
But what if it chased you into the water?
Well, that'd be better than chasing me on land. I could still fight it on land. I think I stand a better chance of. Don't forget, my thing isn't that I could beat any animal. Is that no animal could kill me? That's what I said. I could survive any animal attack.
Okay.
That's a lot of
Is that what you said?
horse.
Yeah, I'm just
I
not
think so.
scared of any animal. That's what I said. I'm not scared of any animal.
Have you seen that footage of the two guys who were just being stalked by the bear as they were walking through the woods? And the bear's just like running up to them and they're freaking out. And two men are scared of one bear. You know why? Because it would just bitch slap them both to the ground in a second.
See, that's the best thing.
Giant bear.
This is a great rule. You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than your friend. Because if you can outrun your friend, the bear will eat them, and then you can get out.
I wonder how what percentage of them was like, let's both get out of here, to like, I'm gonna bash you in the head and leg it.
Yeah.
Unless the bear gets really greedy, knocks one person down, and then goes after the other one
Oh,
also.
that's smart.
Bears are smart.
Knocks him out.
He's like, yeah, I could be eating two people.
Bears can go
instead of
nuts.
one.
You eat 2 steaks.
Yeah.
Would
So
you
it's
just go
steak
for the
off.
eyes and hope for the best?
Yeah. I mean, I'm human. I'm smart. I got brains and science. So I
Until
just
the
go for
bear
there.
reaches in and pulls your brains out and shows them to you.
Nah, I got that. I can take it. I can take out some side, and it just wouldn't want to mess with me. I just give it a solid poke in the eye.
I would do what cats do when they're trying to intimidate somebody. I would turn sideways and like arch my back up
and walk like
and
this.
walk like this.
Tail puffs out.
Ka-chunk.
Cats are so funny when they're scared.
Yeah. I fell up the stairs in my house the other day. Like, properly ate knobs on the top of the landing, and the cat freaked out. He was all puffed up for like 5 minutes. His tail was all like, it was all like,
You're just on edge, like ready to
Well,
react.
trying to make himself look bigger.
I did something the other day. Is Ashley? I saw her around here a second ago.
I think she just left.
Her little Siamese cat, Thai cat, Nutmeg, was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. I think we were going somewhere. And I think I had an umbrella in my hand, and I like swung the umbrella all the way around, like flipped it over, but I did it in such a way that like the cat was about 10 feet away from me, and that was it. The cat freaked out. Cats are so weird because they're like perfectly chill and everything's happy, and then in a nanosecond, everything wants to kill them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like they freak out. They're in mortal danger.
have you seen the cucumber video?
What do cats?
What's the cucumber video?
You just, for some reason, if you just put a cucumber near a cat, it's like eating food or whatever, and it notices the cucumber, it freaks out.
Wait, this is like a universal cat trait?
I don't know. I've never done it to my cat.
Other people have made videos putting
seems-
cucumbers next to their cats.
Everyone wants me to do it to my cat and film it, but it seems like really cruel to
Do it.
freak out a cat right by its meal. I don't know.
Well, think of all the headsets that cat has eaten.
He has cost me a lot of money.
Motherfucker.
Oh, look.
Oh, like when it turns around, it sees it?
Do you think that it's the fact that it's a cucumber, or just that it didn't realize that there was something there?
Yeah, that it
I think
appeared.
it's like, oh, look, go back to that. We gotta see that. Yeah. It's probably because it like has the reaction of it being like a snake or something, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something like built into cats that don't like that shape and color.
I think it looks like a snake, and it also wasn't
The
there.
cat does not want to laugh.
Look at this
Oh,
cat.
that
He's
cat
like,
doesn't care.
the cat doesn't give a shit. I can watch these all day. It's
Yeah.
like the anticipation of waiting for the cat to spot it. But when I swung that umbrella around, Nutmeg went like, she was on, we have wood floors in our downstairs. I felt so bad for her because she just took off at such a speed that she couldn't get traction.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was like Scooby-Doo.
It's like a cartoon.
Yeah, she was just like running in place, and like then she she was getting up so much speed but not moving that she started drifting to the left into the wall and then took off. It was sad but funny.
No, I love when animals do that.
Yeah.
She was, and that of course probably made her more freaked out. So she
Yeah.
was like really legging it. Like,
Bonus
in
points
place.
if they hit a wall
Yeah.
on their way out.
Can you teach a cat to go on a treadmill, do you think? That's what I want.
I've seen dogs on treadmills.
Yeah, there's cats on treadmills. I've seen them on the.
That'd be cool.
Why would that be
Transform.
cool? Why would you want a cat on a treadmill?
Be easy to film. Film it running.
Oh,
slow-mo?
I don't think I've ever seen it run on a treadmill. I've seen them like just walking.
Jaunt.
Animal movement.
Jaunt. Going
Animal
out for a
movement
cat jaunt.
slowed down, like just an animal running slowed down. It's so cool.
Catwalk.
Very cool stuff.
Using my phone, I'll film my dogs running, in
Yeah.
the high frame rate, and just watching like the way that their fur moves. It's just like almost like liquid.
Yeah, and most dogs when they're full speed, they're just jumping with their back and front legs. It's just like little hops.
Have
They're
you ever
just,
filmed
like,
a person running in slow mo?
Yeah, a lot. Not for my channel.
For your channel though. That's what I'm
For like
asking.
Just for fun.
no, just like
I feel
commercials
like
and stuff.
people are so ugly in slow motion. Because like all of their skin and fat is like shaking.
Yeah,
and,
it's like if you hang someone
shit.
upside down, they just look a bit off.
Yeah, like
Like because all their
wrong.
jowls are hanging
Hey,
out.
did you do that shoot the other day for that one production we're doing? You were gonna do something. I pitched it you.
Oh yeah, they didn't want me in the end.
They didn't want you in the end.
I did. I was like, let me know when to come over, and they just never emailed back.
Okay.
There was a.
I'll go and do it though.
We can always do it later.
Yeah.
You said that people look ugly in slow motion. It's the same thing I think about like how people will always take like a freeze frame of a video and be like, look at your face here. It's like you're not used to seeing the face. Like you're looking at it in a moment between moments.
You're also in the middle of talking.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. You probably get this tweeted at you all the time of a freeze frame of you when either the podcast is loading or they
Yeah.
just pause it at a random time. It's like, yeah, I
No,
know I look
like-
like a fucking jackass right now.
Look at this
Thank
funny
you.
picture. It's not a picture. It's
Sometimes though, they do get
a
some pretty
video
funny
still.
stuff.
No, never.
Here's one for you guys.
Never.
There you
It's-
go. Freeze that.
You know when you look and your brain kind of takes out all of the movement in between.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's when your eyes move.
Your eyes, they make you blind. Your brain makes you blind for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That creeps me out.
How does that work in a VR headset? I guess it works exactly the same way, right? But even though it would be there, like the movement is there.
If you're not
you
flicking your eyes, I don't think your brain knows to do it. Maybe it does.
What if you're moving your head and your eyes are following along?
Oh
with
my
it?
God, there was a thing. I don't know if you remember this, Gus. There was a woman who came down when we were in the Buda office, and she
Shit on
interviewed
me.
us for Machinima. And she had this thing. She was a very famous documentary filmmaker. Her name was Ori. Anyway,
In the blind forest?
she wanted to shoot something with us. And she did an interview.
Is this yours?
I don't know.
The Brittany's is over there.
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
And at the end of it, when we would introduce ourselves, she was going to go from one person to the next. We would finish our interview, and then we were on a stool, and we would spin,
Oh, yeah.
and they would then spin through to the next person, and that's how they would do that. And she said, okay, and there's a part of it that's like, the hard part of it is, we're going to spin you, but we just want you to lock your eyes straight forward, and we'll spin your body, but don't move your eyes at all. Just keep them locked dead forward. I couldn't do it.
Oh, it's because your eyes naturally like look at different things.
Yeah,
like,
they go
snap
click,
to-
click, click, click.
Well, you
Yeah.
know how you do that, right? You just slightly cross them, blur, like take your focus to here,
You gotta blur it.
and then
Oh.
it doesn't move.
I tried.
You got to bring like what you're looking at right here.
I think I got her to abandon the entire thing for the whole documentary because you tried to do it.
Yeah, you looked really stupid doing that. I could tell you were crossing your eyes.
You gotta like look at the tip of your
Nope.
nose almost.
Nope. You do not want to be on camera.
Yeah, you're gonna be on camera like this. I'm Bernie Burns. And spin around. Derp to derp derp.
Here, I'm going to read another thing here. Because we were outside, we fell behind schedule a little bit. So now
Who is it for?
It's for NatureBox.
Oh, NatureBox. Send us some
Should've done that one
steak.
out.
So a little
Outside.
spoiler, want to remind you, this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by NatureBox. Trying to eat better, but think nutrition labels are confusing? NatureBox has a snack for that. They've taken out the guesswork and frustration so you can snack confidently and stop wasting time sifting through nutrition labels. NatureBox makes over 100 ridiculously delicious snacks that they source from all over the world for you to choose from. They got things like vanilla bean wafers and Santa Fe corn sticks. NatureBox makes it really easy to find the snacks you want without questioning what's in them. Plus, they're constantly adding new and interesting snacks for you to discover. NatureBox believes you shouldn't eat something you don't like, so if you try a snack you don't like, they'll replace it in your next box for free. You can't do that with your other snacks. Go to naturebox.com/roosterteeth right now. Get 50% off your first box of delicious and unique snacks without any of the junk. That's naturebox.com/roosterteeth for 50% off your first box of the best tasting snacks in the world. naturebox.com/roosterteeth for 50% off right now. naturebox.com/roosterteeth.
I went and
Thank you,
got
NatureBox.
for Valentine's Day, got rubs with Turney. With like a couples thing.
Steak rubs.
Couple rubs.
Yeah, and I've mentioned it before, like she thought it was weird, but it's
Can you
actually
pass me
quite
a
it was actually
shiner?
quite cool.
Why she thought it was weird?
She thought it was weird to go
Shiner?
You want a shiner? Here's coming your way.
get rubs with like
Pick a Babs.
your significant other.
That's the thing, though.
Yeah, and it was actually
place
kind of
has
cool.
it.
Like
Massage.
we were like making jokes and giggling and stuff.
She can't get her usual services. I bet.
Oh.
That's what she was concerned about because you're right there.
Happy ending.
Afterwards,
Get a little rub, a little cheeky
does
rub.
happy ending exist for women? Does any women want that?
Absolutely.
Listen, it's all about the rubbing for women. So yeah.
I mean, like, but is that okay? Well,
That is the
come to
happy
that.
ending.
But we both, after it, we had to go in like the sauna and stuff. You don't have to. You just both
Sauna?
sat in the sauna.
Sonar.
And she was excited because
Get my sonar.
a woman came in, tits out, right? Really nice, like sort of naked tits were out, and she was like floating around the sauna like steam and tits and steam.
Wait, were you?
So you're in there?
No, I was in the man one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I looked through the window. There's a glass door of the sauna. It's kind of missed it up a bit.
Like,
Saw someone come in. Yeah, but it wasn't misted up at the bottom. And I thought, oh yeah, he's taking his towel off. That guy's got his arsehole out. He bent over into the bottom locker, and I looked out the window and saw his arsehole. Just two very different experiences. Like, I
Way
feel like
different
I got
experiences.
absolutely gypped.
What did the dude look like?
Fat and hairy.
Oh. Was his asshole just as hairy as he was?
And I was coming to think of it. I don't
Why are
think
you
I've
avoiding
seen,
the question?
he looked like a red-eyed cyclops.
I don't think I've seen someone else's asshole before. I don't think I've seen one.
How have you never seen an asshole before?
Anyone's asshole?
In real life,
You
I've
must
never
have seen your girlfriend's assholes.
I mean, yeah, dude's asshole.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not what you said.
That's very.
Let me think
different.
about that. Let me think about that.
Yeah.
Have I ever seen a
I
dude's
should've
asshole
specified. But
in
well,
real
like,
life?
what dude's asshole?
In
like,
real life.
you've probably seen-
Yeah. I had a buddy in college that was unbelievable. Like he would do this thing where he would moon like normal and then like grab and spray. Oh,
Oh, that's like halfway to goat
he
seat.
had no
So
shame.
you have seen assholes.
Yeah, he's
We
no
should
shame.
call that like a lunar eclipse.
The
Oh,
new
yeah.
moon.
Don't look directly at it.
Well, have you seen?
I
an
guess I
actual
haven't.
butthole?
I guess I've never seen another dude's butthole. Yeah.
I've never seen a
You wanna?
butthole either. In real life,
What?
other than my own.
You've seen your own?
Well, yeah.
I don't think I've seen my own. Would I have seen? How would I
Dude,
seen
it's a
mine?
life-changing experience.
You have to bend over in a mirror, probably.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Or
Not
you,
doing
or
that.
you could lie on your back in front of a full-length mirror.
Not doing that either.
Why have you seen your own butthole?
Barbara, what do you?
Because
And why haven't you seen your
Wait a minute,
boyfriend's
wait a minute.
butthole?
You had to do what explain the
I'm
configuration.
not saying this is what I did. I'm saying this is an option if you're lazy.
Well, let me ask you this.
Did the control room just go, uh-huh?
She assumed a position like right away.
She's like,
she had
"Oh,
like
this
one
position."
leg up like this, and she was like
No,
giving herself
what
an
you
angle.
do, you get a floor-length mirror.
Steak face.
And then you lie on your nice carpeted floor, whatever kind of floor you have.
Sounds real specific to me.
And then you just lean like this. And you just go to town and look at stuff.
bottle placement. The bottle placement was so tough.
So you've done that?
Why do you want to see your own butthole? So curiosity. She's curiosity. Is that what it is?
You want to see everything when you're a growing young lady.
Oh, so you were just checking out like what happened?
Checking out everything.
I'm trying to think if I've seen one.
Well, also, like, when...
I never.
Here's
No,
the thing,
I have
also,
no desire to see my own butthole.
I get waxed. I get waxed on a regular basis, so I want to make sure they did a good job.
So you check after every wax?
Not every wax.
Oh.
First couple times.
But you've never seen your boyfriend's butthole?
Guys
No.
can't do that, by the way. Guys can't. As a guy, you can't do that.
You can't get your butthole waxed? Why?
It's like the dynamics of the male-female butt are totally different. Like, somebody in Reddit one time wrote a story that explained it perfectly. Like, if you've ever, as a guy, I never got waxed, but I did at one point, said, I'm going to shave my butt. Like, shave, like,
Oh, no.
everything. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's bad news.
Oh, because it like grinds?
Shaving anything is bad.
Not even just the
way it
like
grows
the
back.
stubble shaving part of it, but just like in the period where you're bald, essentially, there's too much dynamics to a dude's butt, you know?
You mean your poop just like slips
What
right
is
out
the
of you?
list of
That and
dynamics?
like when you go to fart, it's like it's like a whole thing that
There's
you're
no
not used
resistance.
to.
Yeah, there was that guy on Reddit who typed, or was before Reddit, he typed this whole thing about how he shouldn't shave his butt, and he was kind of a heavy guy, and
Yeah.
he farted, but it just like went into his own butt cheeks and got like trapped in there. He said it was like a lost hamster, like riding up and down his butt cheeks. Because the hair like leaves little holes and gaps, but when it's perfectly sealed with like a layer of sweat, it just goes like, poof, and it's just like.
This is it. That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about.
What is wrong with the male butt?
It's like, you know when you talk sometimes you get an air bubble in your throat? That's like that, but with your butt.
Did you think like the male gooch? Do you ever feel like it has like half the dick inside it?
Go ahead.
Like a dude from behind looks like his knob starts and then balls and then the rest of his knob, but a female doesn't have like the half cock.
So you're talking like, what's the space in between? Is the perineum? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Look at Gus.
So you're saying that is... You're saying because that has a shaft shape to it.
Yeah.
How come
It's
you
got-
haven't
it's
seen
like-
a dude's butthole, but you're like under there in the undercarriage
gooch.
taking measurements? What are you doing under there?
That's
I mean,
an excellent
I'm not
point.
seeing that in real life.
Have you seen your own butthole?
No.
You don't have any curiosity in that.
I don't believe
I think I
that.
tried to look at it in real life and I just couldn't.
Gavin is obsessed with his own butt.
He's obsessed
That's
with
not true.
anuses.
Gavin, you wanted to put your butt print on your iPhone so you could open it with your anus. And you wondered if your anus had a unique fingerprint like your fingers do.
I thought I was talking about my bell end. Was I talking about my anus?
You talked about anus as well.
You asked
How do
about
you
your
get
anus.
You also wanted
do
to
you, like-
connect to recognize just your butthole.
But the anus is this. You'd have to like push poo, get the anus to come down onto the
You
pad.
don't have to push. You just have to push. You don't have to push anything out of
iPhone's
there.
very thin. You just put it up in there and then wiggle
but
it.
I don't know
Just
how
use
you
your
Really
kegels.
you really have to want to use your phone.
How would you
like
get the
every
angle?
time that's
how
how
would
you
you
unlocked
get
it.
the anus flat?
You're the one who suggested it.
Yeah, let me explain how you do it. You don't. It was your brain that came up with this.
Ah.
You know, we should try using our nipples. See if that works.
You should absolutely try using your nipples.
See if you can set up. Oh, you can't do it now.
Barbara
obviously.
Wow, 50,000% increase in live viewers immediately.
Apple stock just went up.
Did you see? So we're talking about the iPhone. Made me think about. I don't know why it made me think about this. Did you see that announcement that Lytro made earlier today?
Oh, I saw a big headline about like how it's going to destroy green screen and you
Right.
don't need it anymore. What was
So
it about?
They've announced a new camera. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Lytro Cinema. It's basically a light field camera, but it'll do video for like studio applications.
And they made that thin light field camera where you can refocus after
Right.
the pictures.
So you take a picture and then you can refocus after
Yeah.
you take it.
What the cinema does is it captures all the depth data as well when you
No
film
way.
something.
So you could be like, I want everything behind this guy gone.
Right. Or I want to only save this little slice of data. And then you could just extract it out and then not have anything else in the frame.
Whoa.
But they will not sell you just the camera. You have to buy like the software solution and like all this other stuff. And they have not announced a price. And it's like the kind of thing where
Well, the one that they released, or the one I messed around with, was pretty crap. It was like 1 megapixel, and you had to look at it in a special viewer to like click on
I
which
think
bit you want focused.
the camera is, I'm going off the top of my head. I think I want to say it's like the equivalent of 755 megapixels and can do 300 frames a second.
755 megapixels.
That's a lot.
How?
I don't know. Magic? It seems fucking crazy to me. But that's
Well,
why
how
I said.
Because on every camera, there is a physical, if it's digital, a physical sensor with a certain amount of pixels on it. So does it actually have that many pixels available to take in
Because
light?
it might not just be capturing, the traditional 16:9 frame. It's probably also capturing the
So
depth.
its depth
as well.
is included. So it might be like,
It's capturing like a box of data instead of a square of data or a rectangle of data.
so it might be like 3,000 by 5,000 by 50,000
Right.
or something. Okay. Interesting.
So it's really, really weird. I would like to get one, but I bet they're going to be ridiculously
Maybe
expensive.
we could go and get a demo of one.
How expensive is too expensive for that kind of thing?
If it's more than $500.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a cinema
Did I
camera, it's going
interrupt
to
the
be...
story of yours, Barbara, before the ad read? Someone said I interrupted the story, but before you get back, then Gus started an ad read, so you couldn't tell the rest of your story.
Oh, I don't remember.
Was it the butthole mirror thing?
Probably.
Let me know. Fucking story police out there. Alvin Yakitori.
There was definitely something I was saying, and you started a new conversation at one point, and now I forget what it was.
That always happens.
It's true.
Speaking of awesome
We got away from
technology,
some. Go ahead. There was a thing I wanted to bring up from earlier that we moved on from, but did you see, and I'm pretty sure it's fake, but it might not be, with the snowboarder who's recording themselves
that's
on a GoPro?
No,
Why,
what's
what
this?
happened?
It's fake though?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a commercial.
It's a commercial.
Yep.
Oh, it's a snowboarder recording themselves on a GoPro, and they're like she's doing all these like turns and everything. She has no idea that like, she's got a bear following her the whole time, like running after her.
Oh,
she
really?
has no reaction to it. But he's saying it's fake.
Yeah.
What's the commercial for?
I don't remember. Someone eventually
You're a
linked to
Did
the
they
full
get a
video.
real bear, at least? Or?
No, I think it's composited.
Is it
in.
salmon?
It's like the bear fighting the dude for the salmon, probably. What else everybody got? We're if you want to talk to us on the podcast and you're watching the show live, tweet to us at #RT Oddcast.
Have you played Job Simulator on the Vive?
No, but you guys did a video in that, right?
Yeah, we put it out today.
Yeah.
It's actually today for sponsors. If you're watching this as a sponsor, you can watch it. It was really funny.
What is it?
You just have your hands and you just add cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
You have your hands, but like everything is you have like a computer and a desk and all stuff. But like every idea you come up with, like, oh, I wonder if I can do this. It works. Like you can do everything that you think of.
Give us an example.
Stapler.
You can shoot staples.
Really?
So you just had an
You can
office
like
desk.
take a disc and like plug in your computer and turn it on and play a game on it.
Could you
can,
type ass in the computer?
I don't know if you can type anything. I never really
was
tried.
the first
You can, like,
Anything you
I
could
think, I
think
don't think you
of.
can use your fingers. You
Yeah,
can like
you can
have your
grab.
hand and you can
At
grab.
one
it.
John
point-
Dad
Maybe,
types
like,
emails all
pointing.
day.
At one point, I grabbed a coffee mug and I poured coffee into it, and then I was like, "Let me grab this mug," and I was like pouring coffee from one mug to the other, and you
That's
just like
cool.
fling stuff everywhere. And then at one point, I've like photocopied my face and stuff. It's like every idea you can have,
Could you photocopy your anus?
Except for typing.
except for typing. It was cool though. I recommend if you have one of those.
I
Who
ordered a
has those?
Vive, I think, right away, but mine's not shipping till May.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have yours?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You got a personal Vive?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in my office,
Oh.
but yeah, it's right over there.
I want to play with these.
And as soon as I got it,
Go to Achievement Hunter. They have it set up all
Here's
the
a,
time.
here's a clip
soon
of.
as I told Ryan that I got my Vive in, he came and stole my brief.
Oh really?
Did you really?
Yeah.
That was Jeremy eating a minging donut from the bin, and it makes your character vomit.
That's so great. What was the thing that popped up? It's another coworker.
Oh,
of
for some
yours?
reason you're like a computer monitor head. But,
That's really cool.
I recommend that video. It'll be out for.
Does a mug say "I love Job"?
Does it?
I think it's what it said.
Oh man, that's a great mug.
That is. I love
How much?
Job mug.
You could just buy those now.
Vibes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How much is it?
They're
$7.99.
Yeah, $800.
Christ!
I saw you were bragging about your computer being ready for VR.
I said you should take this test, and it was maxed out, and I was like, man, that's awesome. I got a good PC.
I have the greatest thing of all time. Like before this, the greatest thing of all time was that Rooster Teeth. Anything that I liked was essentially a business expense.
Yeah.
Computers, movie stuff, video games. I mean, it was like literally, it was like everything became like a tax write-off for me.
You made a company where you could do all that
I would
stuff.
just buy it from the company and buy it from the company. And then now that my kids too are like older and into technology, it's like now I can justify like any ridiculous tech purchase because it's educational for the kids and I want them to have access to technology. It's like oh, VR, yeah, we have to have that. It's like I really just want to justify having a VR headset, for $800. But I was like, oh, this will help the kids and they'll
It's
love
so
it.
good though.
It's for
I
education.
love
Yeah.
the Vive.
I was
And I
trying to
hope-
justify a 3D printer the other day for the exact same reason. I was like, I need a 3D printer.
Educational.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because Jake loves to make projects.
Something I can't tell because I did it. I was in there doing it. I can't tell how it translates to the audience watching us because to us we're in that room, in that virtual room, just like messing with stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just watching like where our head looks on the screen. But so far the comments have been great. Like people
Translates
really,
really
like the
well,
video.
actually. Did you see Funhouse's? I think it was they did Pictionary or something. with
Yeah, they did the draw
VR?
game. Yeah.
The draw game. That was actually really
Tilt draw?
entertaining.
Is that what it's called?
It's
think
essentially
so.
Pictionary.
Yeah.
It's probably the number one reason to buy the headset.
Yeah.
Just to draw
It's,
stuff.
it's
The cool thing
Well,
is you
we-
can draw stuff and then like give the headset to someone else, and then they're just walking around inside your drawing.
We did that playtest. I think it was at
Is that PAX?
PAX, where like one of the tests they had was that drawing game where you could take different colors, and you could also do like a rainbow pattern and
you do
fire.
appear?
I did not.
The
What
best
I
one
did-
was the stars. Like you could just like make a star effect and then
Yeah.
just like kept falling or snow.
I made rainbows all around me, and it was like circling my entire body. It was really cool.
What they need to do is when that thing is gloves instead of those two handles.
Triggers?
If it's like gloves that actually sense all your fingers, that's when it'll be great. And I'm sure that's not far off.
I saw a really cool animated GIF about
you.
how good the tracking is in those things because a guy was in the headset, had one of the handholds or whatever. What are they called? Controllers.
Controllers.
Yeah, had one, and then somebody outside the headset had the other one and threw it to him, and he caught it because you could see it perfectly in the virtual environment, and just reached out and caught it.
Well,
out
that's
of the
what
air.
Ryan's like because Ryan's the guy who set it all up. He's been at this for
Ryan's
what
the
feels
VR
like
guy?
a year doing it, and he put the Vive on my head and was like, obviously just looking through a screen. He's like, all right, grab this, and I took it off him, and he was like, do you realize what just happened there? And I was like, oh, I guess yeah. I picked it up in the virtual world, and also picked it up in real life, but I couldn't see it in real life. He was
Yeah,
like, that was it.
That was like a huge eye-opening experience for me too, especially because when we did that demo for the first time at PAX, like they do that and you're like, oh wow, and then they take it from you before you take your headset off. So it's like I never saw the controller at all the whole time we were up
Yeah,
there.
he's like, I'm gonna hand you something, and I saw this thing floating towards me, and I was like, what is this? And I had to like feel it around with my hands and everything to get the feel for it.
And what's cool is there's a camera on it. I didn't even realize, but you can see out the outside world too if you want.
Did you guys on the podcast? I've shown the video to so many people, like in meetings and stuff. Did we watch The Void, that VR company?
I've seen that. Yeah.
In Utah.
Oh yeah, we did. We showed it.
We watched it on
Yeah,
here.
we showed it to Chris Damaris or someone.
Oh, Barbara, you weren't on the podcast. It was where they have the constructed environments, physical environments, and they layer VR over the top of a physical environment.
I don't think I've seen that.
I've not seen that.
Oh, really? I think pretty sure we
definitely
pretty sure we did it on the
played
podcast. Let's not repeat ourselves that quickly. It's one of those things. It's like because we're on the podcast with people that I see every day. A lot of times, like
Yeah.
we have conversations. Like, did we talk about this on the podcast? So, and that's why a lot of times when I see Gus on Mondays, like, don't speak to me because I don't want to talk to you until later.
So it costs $800
Yes.
for the device.
Yep.
With two,
And then I assume you need a really beastly PC.
You need a good PC. I think
Do you?
it's at least NVIDIA. I want to say GTX 970 or better.
So it won't
I
work
read
on my
that-
MacBook Air.
It will definitely not run.
I read that less than 9% of computers can run it effectively.
super,
Because you need a super high frame rate. You need like 90 frames a second or something.
super excited about the Vive. Way more excited about HoloLens. Way
Holland is
way
really,
more
really
excited
cool.
about that.
How much have they told us about that?
I've seen footage of it, and there's no wires. You just throw it on your head, so you're not tethered to anything.
Are there controllers?
And there's sound in
Your
yours.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Your hands are your
You
controllers?
click on shit.
That's pretty cool.
In the world, you go click, 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 click. Steak face.
Well, it's yeah, and I've talked with people about this before. How I think that virtual reality is cool and whatever. We're getting there. I think that in the grand scheme of things, it seems to make sense to me more that augmented reality would be the next step. Because augmented reality, you're just adding elements into the world that you have to worry about rendering. Whereas virtual reality, you're doing like whole world replacement.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, yeah, our computers are getting good enough. 9% of computers can run VR stuff, but it's like it's much easier if you're just like adding things in that you see versus replacing everything.
HoloLens stuff, augmented reality stuff will be great for tours. Like a bus tour where you can like see the past overlaid over the real world.
I was gonna say
That'd be really
Or
cool.
like
a Rooster Teeth
reverse
tour.
time, be like this building used to be here, and then it builds it in front of you. You're like, whoa.
Or it would be
awesome.
like how you see, sometimes those historic photos, like for post World War II Europe, and show like the destruction and then how everything was rebuilt. It'd be cool to, like you said, like a timeline where you
Yeah.
drag it and it's like what it used to look like before the war, during the war, after the war, and now today.
We should set up a tour of Rooster Teeth with that.
No.
Like you walk in the door and it's you, and you're like, hello.
Feel like virtual
Get out.
virtual Springfield.
So,
Ugh.
you guys,
Somebody said there's an edible anus. Sorry, Barb. Somebody, B. Ride Noof, they'll make a print of your anus on chocolate so that you can eat your own chocolate butt.
Yeah, you can get your anus done in gold too, or
Yeah.
in bronze.